from The Hague in the Netherlands. It's day 4, the final game of the day, and it's the Netherlands versus Korea. Absolute thriller to look forward to. The Dutch fans are here in force, as you'd expect. The cheerleaders are out there doing their thing, getting the crowd warmed up ahead of this game. It's been absolutely teeing it down here. There's still a bit of a sprinkle in the air, but the main storm has passed overhead, and here's how things look in Pool B for both these sides. New Zealand, having won both of their games, they won earlier today by 5-0. They go to the top of the table. Germany, a shock defeat to Argentina earlier in the day, leaves them stranded on 3 points. The Netherlands with that opportunity to jump up and join New Zealand if they should pick up that win against Korea here today, who are pointless alongside South Africa. Well, expect the roof to be lifted off, if there was a roof in fact, because here come both sides from the tunnel now. The crowd showing their support, getting into the spirit of things. Plenty of support too for Korea. A few Korean flags dotted around the place, but here's what they have to contend with: a very raucous Dutch crowd shouting for Holland. Awash with orange here at the Kyocera Stadium. Just a few steps to negotiate for the players as they come down into the main arena. It's Korea versus the Netherlands, and what a reception both these sides are getting. What an atmosphere for Korea to play in at this year's Rabobank Hockey World Cup 2014. There's a look at the Dutch side. A few of the young Dutch players of the future, maybe they're working side by side with a few of the men's team here this evening. Jonker there at the back. Expect to see a bit more of him. Wears number 27 for the Dutch. And Korea line up in the white and blue kit to the right of our picture as we look down from the commentary box. We'll bring it down a notch with the national anthems, and the trumpeter is here for all of those once again. So the scene is set. It's day 4 of the Rabobank Hockey World Cup. A second game for both these two teams. Korea in the white and blue against the home nation, and much-tipped favourites, the Netherlands. Here's how they line up. The Stockman in goal. Jolly, Bakker, Berger, who scored the other night, Kemperman, Bart, Hoffman also on the score sheet in the first game. Sander Devine comes in with Robert van der Horst, with the captain's armband, Semi van As and Mink van der Weerden, the danger man from the penalty corners. There's their coach, Paul van As. And a final huddle from the team in orange. Confident with that 3-1 win under their belt against Argentina. Also safe in the knowledge that Germany lost their game earlier today to Argentina. Do not underestimate Korea. They took New Zealand every step of the way in their game, which they eventually lost to the Black Sticks by 2-1. They will push the Netherlands every step of the way with Lee Oh Lee, Sung-gil Lee, the captain, Yun, Yu, Kang, Han, Kim, Lee and Nam, all starting in Seok Kyo Shin's starting 11. So Korea ranked 7th in the world, qualified as the continental champions of Asia. Let's get ready to rumble. It's the Netherlands to get us underway, then playing from left to right in the all-orange kit. Little stretch there from Mink van der Weerden. Netherlands, remember, ranked 3rd in the world, host nation, and making their 13th World Cup appearance. 3 times winners themselves, but 4 years ago in New Delhi, finished a very disappointing 3rd place. Picked up the bronze medal, but looking to go 2 better here today and over the next couple of weeks. So early stages of the tournament, day 4. Final game of the day. We've had plenty of surprises. Will we see another one this evening? Watching alongside me here in the commentary box is Ireland's #1 goalkeeper, David Hart. David, great to have you aboard.
I think we're set for another feast of hockey here tonight. Despite the bad weather, huge crowds turned out here again to roar on the Dutch side here in their home ground.
We saw them start at an electric pace last game. We saw them in action with deflections hitting the post and all sorts. They couldn't get that opening goal, though, last time around in that opening game against Argentina, but it was a very confident display of their ability.
The end result in that game was 3-1, and you could say that it was value. They were valued for the win very much so in the way they played and the way they attacked. So I think you can expect another difficult challenge here for the Dutch, though, also against this Korean side.
Yeah, Korea more than capable of delivering a shock on their day. 6th, their best finish in 2010. They did go a couple better in 2002 and 2006. So their overall best finish 4th in the tournament. And they'll be looking to replicate the success of 10 years ago or so. And it all starts here. Interesting group they find themselves in as well. And it's certainly opened up. As we said, Germany losing to Argentina today by 1-0. And this pool made up of Germany, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Argentina, South Africa and Korea, as that Route 1 ball finds its way through to you. Nice overlapping run. Here's a chance at the head of the D. Whipped under, and there was enough pressure there on Kemperman. It hit him on the foot. And Kemperman actually very confident that it didn't. And this could go to video referral, or did it? Now he's walking back to the defensive line. No, foot's been given. Have a closer look at this.
I think it finds over here and he just spins on it, and I think it strikes the toe of Kemperman. Again, it's a 50-50. It's hard to call from here, but the umpire was initially signaled for the penalty corner and has stuck by that decision.
And here's the thing, if Kemperman was 100% sure it hadn't contacted his foot, he would have gone for the team referral. Both sides with that referral intact. That's the green dot above each nation's name in the top left of your screen.
Ready, guys?
Raghu Prasad settles down, and, well, danger men to look out for here. Lee, number 8, and also Nam, number 32. Injection's a good one. It's Nam with the flick, and the follow-up almost goes in, almost parried back towards the goal of Stockman from Lee. Korea come forward again, breaking into the circle. This time it's going to be a defensive free hit. And Korea are confident they found a foot in there. Your opinion too as well, David?
I would have said straight away they looked initially, it was a foot onto the Dutch team, and I think the Dutch guys, you can see, going to pick up the defensive corner kick just behind the goal and set up. So.
So let's see what the question is from Raghu Prasad.
Looking for a foot?
So it looks like we're going to be looking for a foot inside the D.
Johnny there?
Yeah, Raghu.
Did you get it?
Looking for a foot, but we'll just have a look for you.
Thank you.
Looks like it from that angle, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely that angle too. Well,
Raghu,
that's all the evidence we need, isn't it?
there is a foot. You may award the penalty corner.
Thank you very much.
So you earning the penalty corner, a second of the game for Korea. And inside the first 5 minutes, Netherlands on the back foot again.
Number 32, Nam took the last corner. Their main threat from the top of the circle, number 25, Yang, is still yet to come on. But I reckon I think it's going to go to number 32 once again.
Well, the straight flick last time round produced a good save from Stockman. He'll have to be at his very best again here as Korea look to take the lead in this game against the host nation. It is now, lets it go and scores! Korea lead inside the first 5 minutes. It's Hayam Woo Nam that gives Korea the lead. It's Netherlands 0, Korea 1.
As anticipated, the standout drag figure, number 32, on the top of the circle, making no mistake this time. Interestingly, going the exact same place he had done before. We can see here, good push, stop, drag flick just over the leg guard of Stockman and past Robert Kemperman on the line. Fantastically executed drag flick.
Yeah, here's a look from behind the goal as well. Kemperman to the left of your picture, sneaks in between that gap. Importantly, it was off the ground. Stockman had the low area covered, but Korea go up after 4 minutes. Cracking start for them.
Don't think Korea could have expected a better start. Certainly silenced the crowd as well.
Well, this is what the World Cup's all about, isn't it? Baka winning the free hit just outside the 23-metre zone. We've seen a shock defeat today for England at the hands of China, losing that game 3-0. We've seen the Olympic champions in the men's pool beaten as well by Argentina, Germany losing by a goal to 0. They say these things come in 3, David. Are we about to see our 3rd successive defeat of the day?
We'll have to wait and find out, but as you rightly said, every major and great tournament isn't a tournament without a major upset. And we saw earlier on Argentina, the highly ranked team, beating the world number 2, Germany.
Netherlands on the drive again. It'll be a long corner. Final touch coming from a Korean stick. Berger to take it on the score sheet the other night. Mink van der Veerde. Oh, good dummy. Good pressure. Initially put on there by O, and then he just lifted his stick last minute. I mean, the ball went across the baseline and Korea regained possession. Well, it didn't take long for the big orange machine to get going. The Mexican wave in full flow. But the Netherlands trail here by a goal to 0. Netherlands again on the back foot, and I'll tell you what, Korea looking dangerous when they get in and around the circle.
Korea, fast, skillful and powerful individual play. A highly ranked team in the world, sitting in the number 6 position, so it's interesting to see how the Dutch can cope with such a stern task.
Yeah, they certainly wouldn't have been expecting such a racy start from the Koreans. I think a few of the fans just trying to dry off during this game. It's been pouring it down here in The Hague. And just listen to that noise being generated. They'll have to play their part tonight, the 12th man. No clear chances yet for Paul Van Ass's side. There's Berger in possession now on the 23, just peels out, gets his eyes up. Infield now to Bart. Slapped in, but it won't get through the Korean defence. Korean ladies side also in action here. They are somewhere dotted around the stadium. You could see them earlier, just as the Korean men were warming up. Around the back now through Nam, the goal scorer. He receives it back now on this near touchline just in front of us. This is Lee. Netherlands back on a half-court press. Skip pass finds its intended target, but Korea just quite happy to hold on to possession here. The back two just dinking it around. There's the little mistake that the Netherlands were hoping for. It came off Lee's stick. Sideline ball.
Just there, the Dutch were hoping for a bit of a step kind of press, so gives a false sense of security to the Korean team that they have plenty of time just to knock the ball around.
Hertzberger was looking for his teammate. Good stick skills from Galama. Mink van der Ven. This is Jolie. And all the way back, and Stockman's going to have a little touch here. As a keeper, always nice to get a touch in early in the game.
I don't think it was the intended target by any means from Sander Devine, but yeah, any touches you can get that don't end up in the back of the net are always welcome at the beginning of a game for a goalkeeper.
Well, sadly for Jaap Stockman, his first touch was to save a penalty corner from Korea. His second touch was picking it out of the goal after Hague Woo Nam put Korea ahead on 4 minutes. Sort of slightly dulled the mood here in The Hague, matching the grim weather that we've got here. Further watching on from the dugouts, which are sunk slightly lower, so not ideal viewing height for the players off the pitch. But constant rotations of players mean that they're not going to be sat there for too long. 10 minutes gone then. Netherlands 0. Korea 1.
Korean just showing a lot of patience here and build up. Not looking to force too many.
Fantastic pick on the reverse from Kim. Keeps the drive going, an overlapping run here. This is where they counter and get back around the back. There's another foot there, and they've conceded a third penalty corner. Excellent work from Korea around the back. The change of pace there was phenomenal.
All came up from their patient build-up. An incisive pass into midfield, but a fantastic trap. And here you see the end product of it, just coming off the foot of Wouter Jolie and giving Korea another chance in the penalty corner here. I think it's their third of the match, and they'll be looking to put this one away. And then they've got their real danger man on the pitch, number 25, Yang.
Jong Hyun Yang. There he is in the front of your picture. Hague Woo Nam alongside him, the goal scorer. So either of these two could take it from the head of the D.
Behind, please.
Kept it low and to the
Thank
keeper's
you.
left last time around.
Flag.
Slotting it between Hoffman and Stockman. What this time? Injection is a good one. Not stopped well by the stick stopper at the head of the D though. And then back towards the key spot, looking for a deflection from the captain Lee. Nothing on it.
See the ball come out here, potentially just a bit bobbly on his way. Stick stopper unable to trap it as the drag flickers made their way towards in. Unfortunately for the Korean, no chance to get another shot on goal, but for the Dutch, a slight let-off.
What determines whether a ball bobbles out like that or not? We haven't really seen too many bobblers in the day so far. Is that just something to do with the conditions, maybe the amount of water that's fallen in the last hour or so?
I would have thought the opposite. The more water usually on a water-based pitch like this allows for the ball to stay flatter and doesn't bounce as much.
Just one of those things you can't help then, but Korea not making the best of that last opportunity. Vermeulen. It's a dangerous pass from Korea across the head of the D, but it finds its target, which was Kim. Pinpoint accuracy on it.
Absolutely. Player who made that pass, I think, was initially the number 6, Nam Young Lee, who's not a stranger to playing hockey over here in the Netherlands. I spent some time in the Amsterdam club Pinneke and also Den Bosch as last season.
Oh, cheeky little one behind the back there from Yoon. And again, but this time finds the foot of his teammate inside the D. Will be a free hit for the Netherlands. Hertzberger jogs his way upfield. No goals as yet for Jeroen Hertzberger. Maybe tonight's the night. Van der Horst decides to take it on himself through the midfield, beats two players. There's the route one ball to Jonker at the head of the D, but two Korean defenders around him jamming away. Lifted up into Jonker with the quick restart. Van der Horst still in support. Yeah. Seemed a little unlucky, looked like a clean tackle for me. Vermeulen with the quick restart. Hertzberger now with the lifted ball in, which is dangerous. Korea ball.
It was a fantastic piece of individual skill from Robert van der Horst, taking the initiative to really try and break the line past the Korean defense, finding the pass into Jonker, but unfortunately, eventually in the end came to nothing. But if the Dutch are to succeed here, it's the likes of those mazy runs. To try and beat the Korean defense, they're going to sit quite deep and narrow and compact, and it's going to be runs like that they're going to have to break those defensive lines of Korea's if the Dutch are going to get something here.
Defiant defenders, the Koreans. And we could really notice there the amount of players that were getting to the ball. So when Jonker picked it up, there were two men on him. When Van der Horst picked it up, there were two or three men on him.
It'd be something the Korean would probably pride themselves on, in the ability. They have such physical strength to be able to defend low.
Sevi Van As comes in on the charge, and Berger unable to pick that up on the reverse stick. Not quite how it was intended in the script so far this evening. Netherlands trailing here to Korea. Ayon Woo Nam, the difference between the two sides.
Dutch applying a lot of pressure right now with a very high press, looking for any scraps they can pick up from a mistimed pass or a mistrapped ball.
Yeah, involves a lot of leg work as well, and Berger working his hardest to try and stay in tow with Jang, but Jang's got tackled there eventually.
Leave the ball.
And just been spoken to there by the umpire for leaving the ball. That's the Scottish umpire, Martin Madden, taking charge of this near touchline.
It's very smart from Jang there. As he broke through, he actually played the Dutch stick out of the way of being able to actually tackle him and take the ball from him. It was very well spotted from the Scottish umpire.
The announcer just getting the crowd going, trying to get the fans, the supporters behind the team here this evening. Just gone 8 o'clock local time. Missed trap there from Lee. This is Van der Linden into Berger. Berger again. Might spot a bit of space here. Gets into the D. Keeper has to come for it. Puts a shoe on it. And Myung-Ho Lee kicks that one out for a long corner. Berger with the restart. Mink van der Veerde. Arthur Stein forward to Van As. Jab tackle away from him for a long corner. Van der Linden again hits the baseline where Berger led out, but he's having to come right out here, and again Netherlands retreating to the halfway line, having to stay patient in the build-up. Korea working their socks off here to stop the ball going through, and that one was intended for Sander Bart, and again he couldn't find the right touch to control that ball.
The Dutch are a team that can afford to be as patient as they are, given the quality they have on their side.
Pakistan brings it down, the Korean attacker not 5 metres from him. Now we saw not quite as high a pace game from Germany, but that maintaining of possession didn't do them any favours. They had 70-odd% of the possession against Argentina, still came out and lost that game 1-0. A similar situation the Netherlands find themselves in now.
Could well exactly be the same thing that happens to the Dutch tonight, but given the different styles and looking at the possession already, 74% to 26, it could be frustrating night out there for the Dutch, but we'll have to wait and see how this unfolds.
Well, another goal here would certainly be handy for career. Interception from Van der Weerden. Kemperman now, reverse stick cross, lovely ball to Bakker. One of the danger men, he's got Jonker in support. Will he go himself? Tucks it infield and throws it to the baseline for Jonker, keeps it in play. Here's a chance for the equaliser, just goes wide from Billy Bakker. Lovely interchange of play between Jonker and Bakker. That was first class, the Dutch at their best.
That was something I was really missing the last night they played. But here you see a fantastic ball for Robert Kemperman. Billy Bakker just getting his head up to find Jonker here on the baseline to return the favour. Billy Bakker's first time slap shot, just missing the right side of the post. But again, as I said, the last night that they played, it was the midfield that really shone for the Dutch. Right now, it's the strikers that are really showing what they're made of.
That's the sort of thing to get the adrenaline pumping as well. Stein low and behind the ball.
Not dangerous.
And in the end, a cool, calm head from captain Robert van der Horst. Winning possession back, and the umpire just wants you to retreat 5 metres. Certainly the best we've seen the Netherlands shine in this game so far. Feet up and, or the spectators, I should say, off their feet, up and down. There they go. Struggling to keep up with the wave, but here come a wave of orange shots, looking for that equaliser. Off the back foot again, it was Jonker. He had Bakker to his right-hand side, opted to elect to take the shot himself on that reverse stick, that tomahawk shot.
Number 27, Constantijn Jonker, was the man you picked out just before the national anthems, and as you mentioned, he's not as quiet as he was the last night. It was great to see. Unfortunately, seeing his reverse stick shot just being well defended in the end by a Korean defender.
And here he is on the ball now. Hasn't got too much support. May just need to buy himself some time. Lays the ball off for Verga. Verga on the reverse. A little nudge in the back there, but keeps going. Finds himself in a low tussle, and the Korean defender Jung tapping it out for a long corner, which is now back in Verga's possession. He's got 2 Koreans to get through. He gets through 2 of them. Lovely bit of skill to take it around Sung-Gil Lee, the captain. Verga trying everything in his trick book to break through and get into the D and earn a penalty corner.
Very encouraging signs from the Dutch, looking to break down this very well organised Korean defence is what I describe them as right now.
Well, here's another look at that bit of individual skill. There he is, just carries it, drops it in there, bounces it into the turf, and another one, but then finally just getting caught by the final Korean defender there, Yoon.
It has to be said, since Korea have scored their goal, they really haven't created much in terms of an attacking way. You see circle penetrations are in the Dutch favour, 7-4. I think Korea are just really looking to wait patiently and striking the attack and the counter-attack.
And the crowd sensing this is the moment to strike, and here come the Dutch. Oh, surely there's something there, it's a stroke. There's going to be a protest here from the Koreans. But for me, the keeper brought him down, but we'll see it in slow motion, and no doubt we're going to see a video referral.
I can say from this view, without a doubt, Verga made his way in along the back line. Keeper came an awful long way from his goal. Fantastic interchange between Billy Bakker, Amsterdam club teammate, to Verga here. He got his head up, drove inside, and the Korean goalkeeper here, definitely stonewall stroke. Surprised it's not a card, actually.
Yeah, no complaints. Verga with his eyes up, gets the 1-2 off Bakker there, and here's the challenge which gave away the penalty stroke. So Myung-ho Lee concedes a stroke for Korea. It's now up to him to save it.
Okay, come on.
Hertzberger's job, well, simply to get it into the back of the net.
Usually a low man on the penalty strokes. Usually likes to go for the backboard height, your own Hertzberger, so we'll have to see what he comes up with here.
You face 1 or 2 from him in your time, David. Let's see if he keeps it low or if he opts to go high. Well, he went low. The keeper got a touch on it, which took it into the roof of the net. but Hertzberger gets one back for the Netherlands and draws the scores level. Netherlands 1, Korea 1.
As you see in the goal there, goalkeeper lead not too far away from getting a full stick to it. I think eventually coming up off of the goalkeeper's right-hand glove and hitting the crossbar. Kept it low and hard. The goalkeeper here just on the right glove, putting it off the inside of the post and into the roof of the net. You can see his frustration there.
So close to saving it. But Hertzberger gets his first goal of the 2014 World Cup campaign and gets his side back in this game. This should give the Dutch some confidence. Sevi van As now comes forward. Hoffman gives and goes. This is Bakker on the counter-attack. Tucks inside and, well, no, nothing there, says the umpire. Hertzberger and Bakker both now breathing down the neck of this Korean defence. Didn't look like there was a way out. Aerial the only way. And the horse brings it down, and there is confirmation of Hertzberger's goal on 21 minutes.
I'm quite surprised Mink van der Veerden didn't actually step up from the penalty spot. Be backing from the top of the circle, then from 7 yards it should be no problem.
Absolutely, yeah. It might have just been that he wasn't on the pitch at the time. I'm not sure if he was. He is now for sure. Or maybe Hertzberger just said, I want this. Time for me to get on the score sheet.
Majority of people do realise Hertzberger a very confident player, so potentially that could have been it. But also, even if the player is off the pitch, you have the ability to put someone on to take the penalty stroke.
Is that the sort of thing that's pre-discussed in the change room, that you have set stroke takers?
You'd have a top 1 or 2 without a doubt, because it can be so crucial at a time like this, as you see the Dutch getting back into this game with the 1-1.
Yep, they went behind after 4 minutes. Hoyeon Woo Nam putting Korea ahead from a penalty corner, kept it low to Stockman's left-hand side. Didn't really leave him too many options, really. Superb effort, if we give him full credit. Jeroen Hertzberger, though, just getting his side back in, if you're just joining us, from the penalty stroke spot on 21 minutes. So Netherlands 1, Korea 1, and the game very much alive. A little nudge in the back there from Hertzberger, the goal scorer. And the self-pass taken and a few yards gained. The wiggle comes on. The umpire says that came off a Korean stick last, and so it'll be a free hit, and that restart starting from 15 metres outside. Slap down the left-hand flank is going to find Van As, who's made a great lead run here. Peels out, gets his eyes up. Verger's on the far post. This is Vermeulen. Poor first touch.
Great play from the Dutch with 2 passes in the opposition's 23-metre line is something I'll be looking to do throughout this match. Sevi van As, son of the coach Paul van As. Just unfortunate that Klaas Vermeulen could not stop that intended pass.
Hertzberger, route 1, and there was a deflection chance, both for Van As, who was on the far post. Also, Galama was alongside him. There is Mink van der Veerden. No penalty corners as yet for the Netherlands. Close effort
pass here. Yeah, Hertzberger looking to go at the heart of the Korean defence with 2 Dutch players intended on the back post, unable to get any sort of deflection on the reverse stick side.
Skippy ball in, not the easiest to get a deflection on, not as easy as a flat skippy pass.
In that replay you could see initially the minute Hertzberger made contact with it, it was always rising.
This one's going to bobble around a little bit. Stockman has to come for it. Just seemed to catch Vutioli out at the back there, and so Stockman getting a strong foot behind it. Ball intended into Hertzberger, but only as far as the midfield now. Stolen back well by Callaway. Counter-attacks on, you can hear the sudden surge of noise coming from the crowd. Berger to Hertzberger now. Back off to Berger, and a little bit of good fortune there for the Korean defender Kang, who was in the right place to pick up the return pass from Hertzberger. And now the Koreans accelerate and off down into that top right-hand corner.
The game just opening up slightly in this last 10 minutes. It was a very kind of tit-for-tat, almost like chess-like match tactically at the beginning, but now the game is really stretching and both teams being able to show their counter-attack ability.
Dangerous play there from the Koreans. Van der Hurst will be able to control it a little bit here, but the Koreans have pressed particularly high, looking to put that extra pressure on, and the long ball really the only choice that Robert van der Horst had there. Van Ass again picks it up. He's making some great lead runs down that left-hand flank particularly. Here's Gallagher into Vermeulen. Balkenstein crossfield to Jolly. Into Verga. Back to Balkenstein. Van der Horst. There's Bart. Just a series of passes coming together nicely now for the Netherlands. 8.5 minutes left to play, one apiece. Verga keeps it in play. Just taking their time here, the Netherlands.
The Dutch looking to overload this right side here with Mink van der Weerden gone very high up the line on the right side. Be looking for a potential interchange between Wouter Joly if he gets his head up next time around. But as you said, patient build-up from the Dutch, not looking to force anything or give cheap ball possession away.
It's Kemperman that's gone down.
That's fine.
And eventually the ball comes in the D, up off the Korean stick. And penalty corner number 1 of the evening for the Netherlands.
Terrific strike in from Robert Kemperman. Flat and hard into that Korean circle. Coming up high off a Korean stick here initially and onto the body of the next man in behind.
Yeah, hit the body of Kang just as it came up here, making contact with Kang. And that penalty corner means that Mink van der Weerden steps up. Where's number 30? Head of the D. He's very much going to be the man to watch. There he is, furthest away from your picture.
10 seconds, guys.
We'd expect to see a straight strike here.
Okay.
His eyes very firmly on the prize.
No, back you go.
And any newcomers to hockey, just keep an eye on this and watch how fast this ball travels. Not a great injection, but the shot comes in and blasted wide and high above the backboard from Kemperman. So Mink van der Weerden not even getting a chance there to unleash the beast.
It was quite unlike the Dutch with their corner routine. Although it looks, by the looks of things, it was Sander Bart, not their normal routine injector of the ball. Was pulling it wide. Robert Kemperman had to take on the strike himself, pulling it past the right-hand post of the Korean defense.
6 out, 6 away.
For me, it didn't even look like it was stopped outside. Not that it matters, the shot went wide. This is Yang. Comes off and in place of his captain, Lee, who is now back on at the back. Balkenstein keeps it in play. Van Ass back there, used to seeing him pick it up high on the field, but he's back in defence and he's now sprinting off to interchange with Billy Bakker. Thought about leaving the ball for him there at that interchange at the halfway point. Recognised it was probably best that he kept the ball, more importantly.
I think it was Verga who, at the last second, decided to leave the ball for Van Ass, unaware that the interchange between Billy Bakker and Van Ass was about to occur. Could have been funny had it gone wrong.
Well, ball was up high, reverse stick shot comes in, and a left glove save from Lee keeps Korea in touch. Verga with the long corner.
Great reactions and reflex from the goalkeeper there to take a stinging shot from Jelle Galema on the backhand, or tomahawk if you're in Australia or New Zealand. Interesting in that the referee allowed so much advantage for that play, high ball coming into the circle.
Yeah, that caught me out a bit as well, I have to say. I'm not sure he's sure who it came off. Anyway, play was allowed to wave on, and we continue going here. Good pace to this end of the second, or this first half at least, which will go on into the second half, you can guarantee it. Balkenstein, first to the ball. Now Vermeulen. Into the D, here's a chance to make it 2. Oh! Low save for the keeper this time. Somehow he got down to it. Lee got his low pads, his kickers to it.
Didn't see.
And denies Netherlands for a second time in 2 minutes.
It's a good, sharp save from an initial ball into Vermeulen, who found Verga, who just looked to try and tuck it under the goalkeeper. The keeper initially sitting on it, but the ball came free, so not staying under the keeper long enough for the umpire to warrant
4 minutes,
a penalty corner. You can see here the Korean defence scrambling to get it free and eventually finding a foot of the Dutch attacker Billy Bakker.
Well, that's how close it was for Berger, the man on the ball now, to getting the second goal for the Netherlands. Can he add it now? No, he can't. Goes across the baseline. And the Netherlands will regroup with 4 minutes to go.
Korean just looking to counter-attack with a high ball here.
Some Dutch legends of yesteryear sitting by watching the current team in action. Current team ranked 3rd in the world, looking to emulate those World Cup winners, those 3 times World Cup winners. Remember the Netherlands, winners 3 times, 2 silvers and 2 bronze. They certainly have one eye on the trophy, but nothing is to be taken for granted this year. So many surprises as we've seen, including the Olympic champions losing out today to Argentina by a 1-0. Berger with a slight error there on the far touchline gives possession back to Korea.
It's interesting to note, to watch tonight's game, the interchange and the rotation of the Dutch players. I think Berger adopting the left-back position, which is unlike him, with the Sander Devine, a defensive player making his way up into midfield and above, looking to try and create a headache for the Korean team with regards to marking.
Bakker sets off and high. Jonker in the face of Jang. Jang's aerial ball. Here's the goal scorer, Nam, who put Korea ahead from the penalty corner set up. 3 penalty corners in total for Korea. Just the one for the Netherlands, which they made a bit of a hash of, to be honest. Dutch ball. Van der Weerden, high ball up to towards Kemperman. Well, that's always a tricky one, isn't it? Because Kemperman was underneath it, but the defender given the advantage there, and it was Kemperman, in fact, that had to retreat the 5 metres.
You could hear the Scottish umpire, Adam, making it clear that because both players were under that ball, the initial kind of danger was created by the Dutch, so giving it in favour of the Korean team.
Here are Korea now, and Yoon falls over the last line of defence. Van der Weerden will just make sure he's all right.
Okay.
And blast on the whistle from Raghu Prasad. Has he gone over on his hand here?
I think somewhere just on his elbow there, landing awkwardly perhaps there.
16.
And it looks like he was pointing towards his arm.
Thanks,
He's
mate.
holding it here.
Yeah, just on that elbow, you're right, that right elbow. Remember, that's his drag flicking arm as well. That's where he'll generate a lot of power for those penalty corners.
Ooh.
Looks painful.
Yeah, he looks to be in a lot of pain. Could be a major concern for the Dutch team and the thousands of followers here tonight in the stand.
Well, the crowd like that, a little bit of skill from Hertzberger. Just showing off, I think, down there in the corner. Barton, Van der Horst exchange passes. This is where some of their best attacks have come from, the Dutch, down that left-hand flank. Final minute of play now. Mick van der Weerden looks as though he's going off early to the changing room. Let's hope that's not too serious. Mick van der Weerden, their drag flex specialist, heads off to get some medical attention inside the stadium here at the Kayosera Stadium, where Netherlands honours even with Korea this evening. First half almost done. Sliding tackle there. But it's the Korean player that has been shown the yellow card. And he can't quite believe this. It's 5 minutes in the sin bin.
5 minutes, please.
So 30 seconds of that will be served in this half, then 4.5 minutes at the beginning of the second.
I don't think that warranted a yellow card, in my opinion.
Bakker with the shot, deliberately over, penalty corner. Well, Lee with a little rush of blood to the head, deliberately hitting it across the baseline and conceding the penalty corner.
Billy Bakker showing great aerial skills. his intent was to get it up off the ground here and try lob the keeper, but keeper stood up tall, took it in the chest, and there, as you said rightfully, putting it over the end line. As you know, if you put it over the end line on purpose, the only decision the umpire can give you is penalty corner against.
So the buzzer has gone for half-time. Seung-Chun Lee has a yellow card. 4.5 of that will be served at the beginning of the second half. So Korea down to 10 players. Hertzberger at the head of the D. No Mink van der Weerden, he's gone off injured. And we'll see how he progresses. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but that allows Hertzberger the chance to give Netherlands the lead going in at half-time. Stop well this time. Hertzberger with a low flick.
Fantastic take off the line.
Super save on the line, as you say, and that's the last play of the first half. It's Netherlands 1, Korea 1.
I don't know, it's his decision. I haven't seen it properly. I need to ask him. Okay.
So there we go. An exciting end to that half. Plenty of energy, plenty of pace, and this was the final play.
Fantastic. I think it's number 6, Nam Young Lee, watching it the whole way onto his stick here. Didn't even flinch.
I mean, he has got everything behind that. So Nam Young Lee denying Hertzberger, denying Netherlands that goal to take them in ahead at half-time. So it was Hyun Woo Nam who put Korea ahead after 4 minutes. Billy Bakker just placing his wand in the dugout. Jeroen Hertzberger, the goal scorer for the Netherlands, getting the equaliser on 21 seconds. So their confirmation of the half-time score, Netherlands 1, Korea 1. Welcome back to the tail end of day 4. It's the final game of the day. The Netherlands are drawing here with Korea. It's 1 goal apiece. Jeroen Hertzberger getting his side back into this game from the P spot after Hayan Woo Nam gave Korea the lead on 4 minutes there from their 3rd penalty corner of the game. Netherlands with a chance late on in that first half from the penalty corners. Talking of which, let's take you through the highlights. That was a great first save for Jaap Stockman 3 minutes into the game. But the second time of asking, Korea getting their noses in front through Hayan Woo Nam. Great goal, great execution, good power on it, and the precision to put it between the postman and the keeper was perfect. Billy Bakker, great individual skill on the night. Played in Jonker here and almost converted, just going wide of the mark with that effort. Berger was then brought down by Myung-ho Lee, and Hertzberger going left. Keeper got a touch to it, took it into the side post and eventually into the goal, so Netherlands got their equaliser. These were the final few moments of that first half. A chance for Berger, who got caught underneath the keeper's pads. And then this, the final play of the half. Hertzberger on target, but swept off the line by Nam Yong Lee. So Korea very much on the back foot at the end of that first half. But the stats tell a story of their own. 80% possession for the Netherlands. None from 2 penalty corners, 1 from 3 for Korea. And those circle penetrations very much in the Netherlands' favour as well. 12-4. So you'll certainly have your view on the first half action that we saw. Let's get David Hart's view as well here. He's up alongside me. And we'll hear that after we've spoken to Paul Van As, who's pitch side.
Paul, dominating possession, but still 1-1. What more do you need to do?
Keeping doing that and being smart in the D, and I think penalty corners will come and also chances will come, so we will play in a tempo, one tempo up, and then we should succeed.
Good luck for the second half. Thank you.
So we've heard from the Dutch coach, now the Irish international David Hart alongside me. Your thoughts on what the coach had to say there and what we saw unfold in that first half between the Netherlands and Korea.
I think Paul Van As was very right and realistic in what he was saying. They don't need to change too much. They've dominated in all major areas, and as he mentioned, one of the key factors that could decide a game is the penalty corners. It's good to see Mink van der Weerden back out after an injury earlier.
Yep, there's a look at how you can get in touch as well. The boys in orange highlighting the fact that you can have your say on Facebook and on Twitter. She's having a good look at someone. And there are the Koreans heading back out onto the pitch.
It's good to see previous internationals getting rewarded for all their hard work. Most famous there in your screenshot would have been Taki Takuma, getting a loud applause from the crowd here in The Hague.
Yeah, talking of drag flickers, there's one at the centre of your picture there, Mink van der Weerden. There is Taki Takuma. Remember when he dyed his hair a ridiculous blonde colour? Looks a lot smarter these days.
I believe that was the 2006 World Cup in Germany, if I'm correct. Scoring a lot of goals that tournament as well.
Yeah, the lucky haircut. Here's a look at Mink van der Weerden's injury. That's when he went down on that left elbow. He subsequently went off and got it iced. Got it looked to in the dressing room. It's been adjudged that there's no serious issues there, and he's fit for the second half. Good news. Korea starts us off in the second half, playing from left to right in white and blue. Dutch defending the goal away to their right-hand side in orange. And they went behind after 4 minutes, if you're just joining us for the second half. Trailed to a Hayan Woo Nam goal, converted from a penalty corner on 4 minutes. It took to the 21st minute for Jeroen Hertzberger to get his side back into the game after Verger was brought down in the D by the keeper. Hertzberger stepped up, slotted the penalty, and the Netherlands got back into this game. So 1 apiece as we start this second half. Little error at the back there from Lee, but play waved on by the umpire. Just interchanging passes now with Nam Yong Lee on this near touchline. Eventually the ball comes down, tapped in field. Here's a chance. Series of 1-2s, a ping-pong-like attack there as the final touch from Kang took it towards the head of the D. Remember, Korea are down to 10 players for the first 4.5 minutes of this second half. That's where the Dutch really need to take advantage. David Hart, the Irish goalkeeper, alongside me. This is the time to strike for the Dutch.
A man extra, you'd have to think that they're going to call a kind of a man-on-man press, so 1v1 all over the pitch to really press and get at Korea and see if they can get something early on in this match. As you rightly said, about 4 minutes left to go in that suspension, and they'll be really looking to try and pile the pressure on this Korean side.
Quick Korean side as well on the counter-attack now. Was the first tackle clean? No, it wasn't, says the umpire. Goalie going in and committing the foul. On the reverse, the cross comes in. There's the deflection, it's wide of the mark from Yoon. Sung-hoon Yoon with a reverse stick on this cross.
You see him getting in ahead of Mick van der Veerden, making contact on the reverse stick. Very experienced striker, the number 9 Hyun for Korea.
Looked on that occasion like he just got too much on it. He was looking for a fainter touch. He ended up almost stopping it dead. Bakker now, who had a good end to that first half, just chips it over the stick, and this is Devine. Van der Horst thinks about going in. Kemperman now on the reverse stick, wiggling to make some space to try and get a shot off. Sensibly comes out. Ball then attempted to get through and threaded through.
Play.
From Van der Horst was not a good one.
Surprised by the experienced Van der Horst to make that decision to go down the heart of a Korean defence, knowing that they're down to 10, that they'll really pack that area. Would expect him to use the overload, which we could see very present on the right side.
Every time Sevi Van Ass has got it, there's a change of pace that he has that really just does open up a yard or two in the game.
It's been very lively. Again, as we discussed in the first game against Argentina, midfield really shone through, but now it seems to be a night for the forwards with the likes of Verga, Bakker, Jonker all shining.
Spin through the midfield and carry of 3 Dutch tackles there by Young-Jin Kim, who eventually put in a stick tackle, which gives Verga the ball back for the Dutch.
Stick up section.
Umpire just might be able to hear him there, just making that clear to the Korean players why it was given. Ball into the D. Clean take from Lee.
Lee showing some very good footwork to get his feet out of the way and to stop that ball. And again,
reverse stick shot though is wide of the mark. And you've got to say, an experienced player like Kemperman should really be getting that on target.
see him picking up the loose ball off the rebound here on his favourite side as well. He's known as Mr. Backhand here in the Netherlands, so I think everybody in the crowd got their hopes up there when they see it falling onto Robert Kemperman's reverse stick side.
And that's bread and butter stuff for Kemperman, who comes off. Rolling substitute Vermeulen coming on, and Kemperman looks to the skies. He knows that was a really good shooting opportunity. Hertzberger now. Cross field to Jolie. Van der Horst. Devine again, back to Van der Horst. Will he go route one again? This seems very much like the intention of the Dutch. Swing the Koreans around and then try and get that route one ball into the D. Here it comes now. Takes a deflection, a double deflection too, because Bakker got something on it. And then it looked as though it almost came off a Korean stick as well.
Really Bakker leading towards it here. I think it was just Bakker looking, a little reverse stick tap, making good contact with it. Goalkeeper was only able to watch it drift past his left post, thankfully.
So Bakker coming close with that lead towards the ball. Devine thinks about it, caresses it up the line. Wonderful pass to Sevi Van Ass. Loads of room over on the right-hand flank for Hertzberger, completely unmarked. just slightly behind him a little bit, so had to slow up his attack. Vermeulen now. Back to Hertzberger. Cross comes in. Again, flat stick tackle. Easy pickings for the Korean captain. Korea working hard off the ball. Regain possession. This is Kim. And the line to Young-Jin Kim.
Easy, easy.
Korea back to 10 men now. They'll be happy to get through that phase of the yellow card and that sin binning, not giving the Dutch any real clear-cut chances to keep the game at 1-1.
Yeah, Bakker and Kemperman probably closest in this second half. Kemperman with the reverse stick chance, Bakker with a deflection, neither of which able to convert. So just under 30 minutes left to play. Score's still tied. Netherlands 1, Korea 1. Korea choosing to sit back and try and catch the Netherlands on a counter-attack if possible. Camped out in their own half. Oh, the Dutch fans behind the Korean goal really getting going now. Can they spur the troops home? Verga tries to find a way through. Penalty corner. First of the half. So 2 in the first half. It's their third of the game. Verga again, who not only won that penalty stroke for Hertzberger, doing the business up the other end and winning this penalty corner.
Just finding the foot there of the Korean defender. Goal scorer, Nam, number 32. But it was a fantastic initial ball from Robert van der Horst with a slight disguise ball with a late break of the wrists, bringing the ball from left to right and sliding it into Verga for him to find the foot. Step up, Mink van der Weerden.
Well, this is our first chance to see how badly that injury is of Mink van der Weerden. He went down on his elbow at the end of the first half. Is that going to affect his drag flick? Straight flick from van der Weerden. Number 1 runner gets out to it, and that is going to kill. Where's that hit him?
Looks to me just above the shin guard, potentially onto that knee of his.
It's a suicide run. That's basically the best way you can describe it. The shot, as you saw there, had so much power, and the players know what they're letting themselves in for. This is what the number 1 runner was contending with.
See it here, he's gone straight over the P-spot, straight down the line of it, and it's just hit him above the shin guard. This would be the best angle here. Mink van der Weerden, so much speed and pace behind this ball, hitting him square, just on the right side of that kneecap area there. Let's hope it's nothing too serious.
Okay, you can play.
He's maybe just going to trot back to the halfway line for this one. Needs to be 100% the number 1 runner, whoever it is, to get as close to this shot from Mink van der Weerden as possible. He's eliminated 1 player with that last flick. How will he go with the second? Penalty corner number 4 of the night for the Netherlands. None from 3 so far.
Thank you.
Hertzberger and van der Weerden line up side by side. 2 Castles at the head of the D. Injection comes in. Missed trap from Bakker at the head of the D. Verga, though, on the reverse stick, takes the shot, tries to tuck it under the keeper, swept away. Bakker now has it taken away from him. Now the counter-attack from the Koreans. They've got numbers over here, 4 pushing forward. Great tackle, sliding in from Sander Bart at the back, the cover tackle. Now Hertzberger releasing Vermeulen, end-to-end stuff here.
This is fantastic open, free-flowing hockey here from both teams.
Jonker right onto the flat stick there of the Korean number 13, Kang. Bakker comes off and Sevi Van As back on up front for the Dutch. Kemperman waiting in the wings as well.
You'd have to say that corner re-award was a big chance again for the Dutch. I think I saw Sander Devine, who is the injector, who gave the corner, wasn't too happy with himself. There must have gone something wrong. No doubt we'll see it in a replay. Well, it just goes to show here the dominance that the Netherlands are showing. 7 shots on target compared to the 2 of Korea.
Vermeulen breaks in the midfield. He's got Mink van der Weerden outside him, dispossessed in the midfield though, and the Koreans with numbers back, 3 on 3. Well back from Vermeulen, who initially gave the ball away. Cover tackle coming in to redeem himself. Forehand cross. Not quite. Long corner.
Behind you.
So that's 10 minutes gone in the second half. No goals to report in it. Oh, Netherlands with the best of the chances. Stockman with his first save of the second half. It'll be another long corner.
Had to be quick off his line there to put a right foot through that to clear it over the sideline, as a Korean attacker was looming.
Another bobbly one. And the Korean just backing in, using a bit of elbow as well, said the umpire. Vermeulen. Hertzberger ahead of him. And Van der Weerden back here in his own half. Joly now with Balkenstein to his left and Kemperman in the midfield. There's that reverse stick clip up towards Sevi Van As. Interception was a good one from Kang. Van As again. Joly now. Van der Weerden. The line to Vermeulen. Again, the ball clipped in and it's loose. Inside the D and gathered. Korea with not too much as far as it goes, but Yoon has some pace, and what a turn of pace as well. Yoon being tracked back every step of the way inside the D. Now looks for the cross, gets the deflection, almost goes under Stockman, having taken that deflection in front of goal.
What a bit of pace from the ever-present Yoon, number 9. Put in an inviting cross for a deflection in front of Stockman, who dealt with it brilliantly. Thought it was just about to sneak under him and into the goal, but did very well to put it out for a long corner.
Okay, too far.
Free
Down
hit
in the corner, Ragu.
been re-awarded down in the corner for Korea.
No, right down in the corner.
Remember, it has to travel 5 metres. It can't go directly into the D anymore. So the player can self-pass and move the ball 5 metres, or he can opt to come all the way out and round, which seems the preferred option at the moment. Kang on the near touchline. Infield, only as far as Van der Horst. Lovely change of pace from Kemperman with Balkenstein outside of him.
Did you see anything?
It's a shame that ball couldn't get threaded through, because Halamo was on the baseline. Van der Horst and Mink van der Weerden, their turn to put some passes together. Look again for that route one ball. You can see Van der Horst's eyes coming up. Targets in the D. Sevi Van As is up there. Jonker's up there. Kemperman's there.
Not dangerous.
Again, no goals to report in this second half for you. Both the goals coming inside the first half, as the Netherlands look now to get a second in this game. That ball sprays off and almost kills the press cameramen behind the goal. Restart comes in though, and round the keeper. The keeper has to get back to his feet. And almost tapped in, ended up going into the body of Jonker, I think, there.
I think Sevi Van As was just looking to try and get a bit of a lift shot. Great ball in from Hoffman here. Keeper was out. I think he was just looking to link up with Kunsalan Jonker, but unfortunately a bit too hard with the pass. And
this is a chance up the other end.
Jaap Stockman very quick off his line. Good solid stick through it.
And that the bobble at the head of the D. One of the many penalty corners to have gone astray for the Netherlands. There's been 2 like that. Berger's follow-up shot on target under the keeper. Then he swept it away to safety. And Korea hanging on here. Still 1 apiece. Kemperman now with the ball in. Picked off, easy pickings 2 for Lee. Vermeulen. Hoffman. Kemperman. Vermeulen outside. Halamo ahead. Good turn into the player. Wins the free hit. Great pace on that delivery. Mink van der Weerden thrashes it in. It's come off a player's foot, so it'll be a free hit just outside the dotted line. Still must travel 5 metres. Again, Mink van der Weerden slings it in.
I'm a bit surprised by the Dutch. They seem to be relentlessly trying to get that direct ball in. Compared to the first game against Argentina, they look to make shorter combinations.
Again, Mink van der Weerden just quite happy to smack it in. Reverse stick shot over the bar from Sevi van Ast, the best chance of the second half, and he shot it wide.
You will probably not get a better gift in international hockey here. The defender's literally just passed it straight onto his stick. He's turned onto his reverse stick and fired it over the crossbar, with Constantijn Jonker, number 27, making his way in towards the back post.
Simple, should have just laid it off for Jonker there for me. Reverse stick would have been an easy tap in. Netherlands should be 2-1 up here. Sure, there'll be a discussion over dinner tonight. Korea now, here's a chance to take the 2-1 lead. Angle is a little bit tight, throws it back. Stockman stands tall, ended up being a very comfortable height for the tall Dutchman.
Interesting choice of shot from the number 22 from Korea. Kim choosing to sweep it or a slap shot.
Reverse the cross comes in, deflection, should have gone goal bound as well. And Korea should have had a goal there. Well.
I'm taking hit on the chest.
I think he's looking to say that he was being held by the other player. Someone was grabbing onto his jersey.
Okay.
It looks like we're going to be looking for some shirt pulling.
Dion, can you hear me?
Can you hear you, Martin?
The Korean is saying he was having his shirt pulled. Can you check that for me, please?
I'll have a look for you.
Thank you.
If indeed that is the case, a penalty corner may be awarded. There's the ball that came in. And here's where I thought they should have got that deflection goal bound from number 17, Hong.
It was just there potentially on the right of your screen. It looks like Robert Kemperman. The ball comes in initially from Yang here. It's well defended and scrambled away from the Dutch defence, but it's just on your left of your screen now.
Well, yeah, you can't see it in that angle. No
Maybe
sign of any shirt pulling. Well, good commitment from Balkestein and Yoli to make sure that ball was dealt with. But was there a little tug of the shirt beforehand?
Martin.
Go ahead, Dion.
I have a decision for you.
Yep.
There has been holding back of the player.
Okay.
To deny him possession of the ball. He was not in possession of the ball.
Okay.
Would recommend a penalty corner.
Okay, thank you.
And sanction for the player holding the shirt. If I can just get a number for him, if you can just hold on.
Thank you.
So we're going to see a card as well as a penalty corner awarded.
It's going to be a corner.
Can
It's going to
set
be a
up,
corner.
right?
Who's been held back. Just everyone, guys, go away because there's more to come. Okay. Go ahead.
Martin?
Yeah.
The player that was holding the shirt is number 12, and that's the information I can give for you.
Right, okay, thank you very much.
So that's
Number
Kemperman.
12. Where's number 12?
What do you want from me? What do you want
He's going to get a green card for the holding. Okay, and it's a
Well,
corner.
Kemperman is already
All
there,
right,
just
so
behind
number 12.
the umpire.
12. For holding. Okay, for holding the player from the video.
Guys, go away.
For holding the player, it's going to be a green card, okay? Okay, sure.
Well, pleading his innocence, as he would.
Didn't seem to me it was very convincing that he wanted to plead his innocence. I think he knew himself. And it was interesting to note from our South African video referral that he mentioned the player was not in possession and why it only warranted a penalty corner. Perhaps if the ball was at the end of his stick, it would have been upgraded and gone to a penalty stroke.
Well, here's the incident again, if you missed it. It's off the ball in the centre of your screen there. Yep. You see that outreached arm from Kemperman pulling his shirt back. A good spot from Dion Nell, the video umpire. 2 minutes in the sin bin for Robert Kemperman. A penalty corner for Korea and a chance to go ahead in this game.
Potential area for Korea to target right now, as Robert Kemperman is the #1 choice on the postman for this Dutch side. Will they go down the same side as they've scored?
Yep, Nam scoring on 4 minutes.
Okay.
Will they go to the right of the goal as we look at it from the attacker's view at the head of the D? Don't forget they've got Yang in there as well at the head of the D, who is the #1 striker.
Okay.
2 options then for Korea. They line up side by side. The injection has to be a good one. Stop dead, let loose, but unfortunately not caught in the head of the stick, and a chance for the Netherlands to counter-attack with Bakker in possession. Now Van der Weerden with... Well, he had Sevi Van As ahead of him. Comes back out through Balkenstein. Dutch, remember, down to 10 players for 2 minutes. But yeah, that penalty corner certainly not going Korea's way.
Not sure entirely what happened. Again, we'll have to have a look on the replay, but it looked like it was initially a good pull-out, a good stop, and then after that maybe the ball might have just come away from the head of the stick of Yang as he was about to complete the drag flick.
Well, this game's going to go to the wire, as you'd expect, and now the fans in amongst it again, cheering their team home. 3 points essential here if they want to take advantage of Germany's loss earlier in the day. The Netherlands will be hoping to pick up all 3. Good tracking back from Sander Bart. On the foot there from Balkenstein. Sensible play.
It was very well done, Sander Bart. Here is the drag flick again. Yeah, just wasn't picked up correctly. There might have been a bit of backspin or something as the stop was made that took it away from the head of Yang, and a let-off for the Dutch there.
Kemperman on the naughty step for another 20-30 seconds or so. And then the Dutch will be back up to full strength. In the meantime, can they ride out this next wave of Korean offense? Berger had a great first half. Hasn't had too many chances in the second. Pops that one over to Hertzberger. Into the D to Bakker on the reverse stick, pulls it back. And taken out into touch by O.
Was a timely interchange from Hertzberger. I think he was just coming on to replace Kemperman and get back to the 11 men, and almost paid dividends there.
Yeah, spot on. Perfect timing for Hertzberger. And here's Berger, little pop again over the stick, aiming for Bakker. That seems to be working well, that little dink over the stick. It looks as though the Koreans are going in very flat sticks into their tackles.
Koreans very tough, ferocious defenders with the ability to get incredibly low and really strong with the 2 hands on the ground. And the only way to get past that, as you mentioned, was the little lift over the stick. But it's better from the Dutch. They're now finally linking up in the final third, making combinations rather than looking for that direct route ball, route one into the Korean circle.
Devine now thinks about it and can't get that ball through to Bart. Counter-attack chance for Kang. Devine picks it back up. Hertzberger lets it slip under his stick. Kang now again forward. Picked up by Kim. Again, it's a scrappy interchange of you have it, you have it, no, you have it in the midfield.
Yeah, it's a bit of ping-pong right now. Neither side really looking to hold on to the ball that well. But I think right now each team is really going full throttle to get this next goal and to put their team into the lead.
We saw there double the attempts for the Netherlands as Kemperman comes back on. Already served his 2-minute suspension, straight back into the game, having been substituted. Bakker then on the baseline. Well, he can't quite believe his luck there, Billy Bakker. But Raghu Prasad is adamant that that crossed the baseline. Dutch retreat to a 60% press. So just this side of their halfway line. Van As and Jonker looking to come on up front. Van Mullen puts in a strong tackle in the midfield.
Card him.
That's going to be a card for playing the ball
Number 5.
after the whistle.
Hold on.
The umpires really stamping their authority on this game.
Number 5.
That's O.
Hey, come on. You have to talk to him. No.
He's not quite sure what it's been given for, but I'm 90% sure that was for playing on after the whistle had gone and he just pushed the ball away.
Confirmation of the green card for Daikon O. A bit of a professional foul in the fact that ball here come off his foot. He went to carry on and looked to play the ball away to prevent the Netherlands from a quick restart.
Yeah, here's the whistle go there, looks at the umpire, gives it another little touch. Oh, what? Me, sir. Kemperman comes crashing down in front of us. Jonker comes on for Bakker. It's Kang with the restart. Through the captain, Lee. From what you've seen so far in the game, how do you see the final passage of play unfolding between these two sides?
I really imagine the Dutch to keep on doing what they're doing, which is really implementing a high press, looking to keep the Koreans back and deep into their own half, and on counter attack, looking to get a quick goal or earn that penalty corner. And they have this man in the screenshot here, Mink van der Veerden, with the lethal drag flick. So I think they're going to continue what they're doing. The Koreans are sitting deep right now. I just hope that they don't look to force it and just like to keep possession and try and make combinations, as I mentioned earlier, inside the 23-meter area.
Well, you can see, yeah, the Koreans right back on their 23-meter line there. The Dutch just allowed to come up and play in this zone. It's an interesting tactic. Let's see if it pays off for Korea. 12.5 minutes to find a winner for the Netherlands. Sure, they knew it was going to be tough, but I bet they wish they'd scored a few more goals in that first half.
Maybe the Koreans had a look at the game earlier. Germany versus Argentina. Argentina, similar situation, went 1-0 up and decided to sit deep, defended incredibly well, and eventually running out 1-0 winners.
Is that the sort of thing you do? Do you keep an eye on the other teams in your pool? Just one eye on them just to see how they're progressing in the tournament?
I think at this level, most teams would just really focus on themselves, and really it's all about the individual team themselves. But of course, interest as a hockey player will always be in how your opposition is getting on in the same group as yourself.
Well, other results from today's group: a 5-0 win for New Zealand against South Africa, a 1-0 win for Argentina against the Olympic champions Germany. Really opened up this group. Draw here doesn't really do anyone any favours. Remember, Korea looking to get their first points of the tournament, having lost 2-1 to New Zealand. But Netherlands beating Argentina by 3-1 in their opening game would certainly benefit from picking up another 3 points here. Van der Veerden, Van der Horst, Jonker now. Time slowly ticking away for the Dutch. It'll certainly make the pool a little bit more exciting if this finishes the draw, opens things up, keeps Korea in touching distance. They pick up a point. Just South Africa, who are pointless at the moment in this league, in this pool. Teams in the other pool include Australia, England, Belgium, India, Spain and Malaysia. Billy Bakker now on the reverse stick. Vermeulen in support. Hertzberger at the head of the D. It's Kemperman who has it jabbed away from him for the long corner. So something brewing here. Is it a counter-attack for Korea? It starts with you. Interception. Kemperman reverse stick to Hertzberger. Space on his outside. Goes himself. Lovely stick skills from Hertzberger. Maybe one tackle too many. Took it right onto the flat stick, and now Korea counter-attack through the midfield with Lee. Again, a turnover of position. It is Sevi Van Ass now to Vermeulen. Lovely little tuck inside from Devine. And there was a big step, and we might get another look at it, but right under the umpire's nose. Bakker penalised for almost blocking, I guess is what it would be, his opposite number.
I think umpire Prasad was probably saying that Bakker was using his leg in an unfair advantage to stop the Korean from advancing towards the ball.
Well, just look at that. Circle penetrations 23-9. And if you look at the scoreline, it doesn't really tell the same picture, does it? It doesn't tell you the same story. Cross from Bart. Great footwork from Lee. Had to be so away there to just watch his feet. His footwork was superb.
It's not the first time tonight we've seen that from the captain, Lee. Really leading by example, not giving a soft corner away, showing a deft touch to control the ball, and as you said, showing a bit of his dancing feet to keep his feet out of the way.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure they have strictly come dancing in Korea, but certainly something Lee might want to consider after tonight's performance. Working the heart of that defence, and now the Dutch come forward again through Devine. Vermeulen now in the centre of midfield. He's got Van der Horst this side, Mink van der Weerden on the other. But this time, the first touch wasn't his greatest. Ball came up off Mink van der Weerden, but play waved on. Berger looking to interchange the 1-2 with Van Ass on the baseline, and couldn't thread the ball through.
One step behind, please. One step behind. That's fine. Thank you.
The Korean player who was advancing there, who was Lee, not 5 metres away from Robert van der Horst. And the Dutch underway again inside the final 8 minutes of play here on day 4. Final game of the day. Dutch looking to pick up all 3 points and jump up to the table alongside New Zealand. Route 1 ball finds a way through this time. Bakker was the target, couldn't get a stick on it. Dutch pressing high, intent that they want all 3 points here.
We can expect this ball to go high and long. It's a tactic that the Koreans seem to be implementing, and it's always through that same man, number 25, Jang, also the penalty corner expert.
This is Kang who lays the ball off to Kim, ball across D, and no one there. Korea just attacking with 4 lone strikers. So the midfield sitting deep, the defence sitting deep. They know they've got a barrage of attacks to see through in the next 6 minutes, 45 seconds.
I wouldn't like to describe it that they're setting up shop or parking the bus, but as you mentioned, they only decided to commit 3 or 4 players in that attack, and the rest of them stood along the 23-metre line. Whether it's a tactic that they want to play for the draw, I'm not too sure, or else try and look to catch the Dutch on a quick counter-attack.
Well, a draw would mean Korea pick up 1 point, and that would leave South Africa stranded at the bottom of the pool on no points. That was wild, absolutely wild from Sander Devine. That's definitely not where he intended it to go.
It's not the first time that a long ball like that has failed to find another Dutch stick. Bit of frustration creeping into the Dutch game right now.
Good time for Korea to strike. Jonker comes on for Van Ass. Balkenstein waits his turn on the touchline. Lovely ball through to Hoffman. Verger under his shoulder all the way. Hoffman's going to try and get into the D. No, can't get through, can't get past Nam. Hiram Woo Nam, who scored after 4 minutes to put Korea ahead. Defence is finally broken by Verger. Bakker was back there under his arm and just couldn't skip the final tackle.
And guess who the man is in the right place at the right time? It's that captain again. Seung-Yul Lee, leading by example at the heart of this, really keeping Korea in this game.
Well, possession-wise, it's been all Netherlands. Circle penetrations-wise, all Netherlands. They've had double the shots of the Koreans, but they can't find this elusive second goal. Verger picks it up. Onto the reverse stick, now cross comes in and taken out into touch. Again at full stretch this time by Seung-Yul Lee. Oh dear, interception. Well, he might not fancy it. There's 4 Dutch players to beat. Then again, he might. Good interception from Lee. But now the game a little bit stretched, a bit more open as Kempman picks it up. Outside him is Hoffman. Goes in, looks for the deflection, into the keeper's chest. And Jonker was in front of him. The keeper Lee doing well to numb it there and take the pace off the shot.
Interesting from the goalkeeper to make a decision, unless it came up awkwardly and deflected with a bit of spin, to use the chest there to cushion it. He did very well to show it to the side and allow his defender to regain the ball possession.
Anything to do with the fact that the glove might have given a little more resistance and pinged the ball back towards Jonker?
Yeah, I think that could well have been it. You only give away a high ball which could lead to a short corner at this stage of the game.
No short corners wanting to be conceded here by Korea. They're keeping their cool till now. We're into the final few moments, inside the final 4 minutes. It's been a great second half. Here's a look at that last chance.
All played in, again, comes high up, and the goalkeeper was the left hand. A little bit of a parry away, decided not to make any big swing, watched it the whole way onto the glove, and took it past the pressure from the number 27, Konstantin Juncker.
Yeah, very aware there, wasn't he, Lee, the goalkeeper, of Jonker's presence. 3-on-2 in the back here. Dutch finally getting numbers back, but here's a chance for Korea into the D. Oh no, was there a stick challenge in there? Kept the motor going, did you? Far post is open, looking for the tip-in. No feet there. And the Dutch now keeping their cool. That was some very ropey moments for the Netherlands.
Panic stations at the back there. You or Yui, very familiar to playing also here in Holland for Lara, has done very well. Fantastic individual skill to take on the Dutch defence, who wasn't too sure when he was going to be stopped. Thought there at a moment he took a bit of a heavy knock. It was good to see sportsmanship to keep on his legs and to keep going.
Now the Dutch have it on the baseline. It was Jonker who was dispossessed. Long corner for the Dutch. Final touch coming in again from Lee.
Wouldn't surprise me if we were to see a late winner here in the game of hockey. So easy to score a goal within only a couple of seconds.
Well, yeah, England did it against India with 75 seconds remaining on the clock, and there's going to be an injury here, some time out. That one looks like it's racked Hong on the knuckles.
Can you play?
Well, this is great news for New Zealand if this game remains a draw. Here's a look at that injury. It just goes into the body, and more importantly, I think that hand there of Hong, it's hit him somewhere, and there's the chance up the other end for Korea. But Kemperman and Park keeping their cool to clear the lines.
Kemperman in the right place at the right time. However, there was a bit of a swing and miss there, so potentially could have also been a short corner.
Here is Kemperman in possession now. Outside him is Devine. Last chance, you've got to think, for the Netherlands. Can they get into the D? Yes, they can. Korea doing well to watch their feet. It's gone through the keeper's legs. And Kemperman has got the winner. Robert Kemperman gives Netherlands their second goal. And 3 points from this game are surely theirs. It's Netherlands 2, Korea 1.
As he said, there's going to be a winner from this game. Don't think the goalkeeper's going to be too happy on the second look at this. Sander Devine did brilliantly to make his way in along the baseline here. A little reverse stick pass into Robert Kemperman. Shot on his open side through the legs of the goalkeeper. The two Kampong teammates combining here. Oh, and right through the legs of that goalkeeper. Certainly giving Dutch the advantage here, and most likely the 3 points.
What's great, Kemperman doesn't even look up. And there's the celebration afterwards. He went darting off to the bunker where the rest of his teammates were celebrating with the fans. Tremendous bit of individual skill from Robert Kemperman to give Netherlands a chance of taking all 3 points. There's a minute to ride out though, as Korea come in looking for that equaliser, swept away by Devine. Now it's Sevi Van As. Korea doing their best to keep it up this end. Confirmation of Kemperman's goal on 69 minutes. Here he is now in possession. Nothing silly. Floats one in behind. This is Jonker. Full touch back to Lee. Last passage of play now for Korea. In search of an equaliser, in search of 1 point, their first point of the Hockey World Cup. Balkenstein wins the ball, wins the foul.
I think that's it.
And that should do it. Final 20 seconds ticking off. Listen to the reaction. This is going to get the final hooter. Robert Kemperman delivering the goods. Sander Devine, the provider. But Kemperman will steal the headlines tonight as the Dutch pick up all 3 points to join New Zealand at the head of Pool B. It's finished Netherlands 2, Korea 1.
you have to feel a bit for the Korean team. They showed immense discipline, incredible defense, and just at the end, unfortunate to give a soft goal away like they did. I don't think Robert Kemperman had obviously intended the fact that the ball was going to make its way through the goalkeeper's legs, but again, the Dutch did what they needed to do. A late winner again we see here.
Well, it's the third game that I can think of. It's happened twice to India, now it's happened to Korea. Kemperman gets the shot off on target through the keeper's legs, sets off in celebration. 3 very valuable points here in The Hague at the Rabobank Hockey World Cup 2014. That does mean they go up to the top half of the table. Korea yet to pick up their first points of the tournament, but they will battle on. Their next game against South Africa on Saturday. For the Netherlands, their next game against Germany. But the final score, Netherlands 2, Korea 1. Well, what a night. The fans certainly have got their money's worth. Robert Kemperman taking the applause, and he will steal the headlines tomorrow.
Overall, probably not the most polished performance from the Dutch. In fact, looked a bit scrappy and kind of a few loose ends in terms of combination play. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the W next to their name, and on top of that, the 3 points and the win.
And what a win it was as well. We should be able to head down pitch side and get some reaction from the man of the moment. Robert Kemperman's with Simon Mason.
Robert, the winner to delight this capacity crowd. Congratulations. How do you feel?
It's amazing to score the final goal in this crazy stadium. It feels really good, yeah.
But for a long time, the Koreans frustrated you. It was a tough night.
Yeah, we expected this. We have to be patient, and we kept it to the end, and that's our quality, I think.
And how difficult is it to stay focused with a game like that?
You have to look good to each other because the crowd is really excited. But we did it very good today.
And now a rest, and then looking forward to Germany at the end of the week.
Yes, of course, it will be a great game again.
Congratulations on the result. Thank you for your time.
Robert Kemperman there chatting with us after the game, excited no doubt, and just keen to get back and get those feet up for the next couple of days. As we said there, their next game against Germany on Saturday. That is going to be an absolute screamer. Make sure you come back for that. And all the other games, don't forget we've got the men's and the women's tournament going on here. Let's get some reaction from the other end of the camp and hear what Korea have to say. Back to Simon.
Pyo, a loss, but a fantastic performance.
Yeah, a little bit shame, yeah, because yeah, we had a really tough game. We was really good prepared for this game. Yeah, I think unlucky, but really fantastic match. Yeah, so we a little bit need more learn for hockey, so some more preparation for the Netherlands.
And what was your tactic this evening?
I don't know, just a tradition of Korean. So really fast, but yeah, we're a little bit ashamed today. Rotation a little bit bad. Yeah, but yeah, really good experience today.
And a fantastic atmosphere to play in.
Yeah, but more. We need the hockey. Yeah, really very crowd. Yeah, but Netherlands. Yeah, but a really good experience today.
Great. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Super stuff. Commiserations to Korea. They go down by 2-1 for the second time in this tournament. Let's have a look back on some of those highlights then. It started off so well for Korea. Hyun-woo Nam putting Korea ahead on 4 minutes. Berger was brought down, which led to this penalty stroke, which Hertzberger converted ahead of the first half interval. Penalty corners didn't really go to plan in the second half to the Dutch, and the Koreans had to fight hard to clear their lines on more than one occasion. There were opportunities up the other end. This is Kim in possession, and this ball eventually clattered in, looking for a deflection there that Stockman had to come and clear. And the pace, particularly shown around the back by Yoon, was exceptional. The dying moments of the game then, and Sander Devine given the ball, given the responsibility, tucked it under his arm. Kemperman playing that shot without even looking at the goal. On target and gets the winner. Netherlands picking up all 3 points, so that's what it means. New Zealand top of the table on goal difference. Netherlands nipping away at their heels. A loss today for Germany. Argentina picking up the win. Korea and South Africa both still yet to get off the mark. The Netherlands winners on the night, 2-1 the score. They pick up all the points and we'll be back to do it all again in a couple of days' time after the players have a well-earned rest. You make sure you come back and join us. From David and myself, a very good night.